Hello, all ghouls and gals, freaks and geeks, devils and angels. Welcome to the scariest stream on Twitch. Boo! It is the Hangouts for... Let's hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Are we live?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I think we're good.
Do we have the intro again?
No, I think we're good. Okay, we're good. Trying something. Okay, that was just a scary. Like I thought something got haunted. It didn't. But welcome to our hangout for Medieval. We're gonna sit with, I would say, the premier Medieval King fan.
Yes.
I mean, you were just saying before we started, you're thinking. I gotta turn this down just a bit. You were thinking about getting a tattoo of Medieval.
Eventually.
That is how hardcore this guy is, Medieval fan. Growing up, you played this. We played this, the original PS1 a couple of months ago.
Yes.
PS1 version. So you can check that out on the DweeBros channel on YouTube. But tonight we're playing the new one, the new remake. What does the Medieval fan, King fan, think? Zach, what one word so far? Because you played it longer than I have.
Yes.
One word. Go. Nostalgic. That's all. That's pretty much who this was made for.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing. Is this was made for people that were into the original? So let's just jump right in.
I think they've done a beautiful job with it so far. It's gorgeous. The art style's great. They kept it dark but more colorful.
Yeah.
I think it's just been fantastic so far.
And we were talking too before we started that I'd been hearing some stuff, and you've probably seen more of this than I have, but some quality of life improvements, meaning these games when they came on the PS1, some stuff was just janky. And I'm happy to hear that some things have just been reworked, certain bosses have been reworked, just a here and there, and that I think is a good change, because some remakes, they go too radical with it.
Yeah.
And that's when people complain, like, they should have changed this, what is this? I even was seeing, and it wasn't until I looked back and went, yeah, that is way different, in the Spyro remake. Did you play the Spyro remake?
I played the first game.
Okay.
The second two.
In the third one, there is a kangaroo character. I forgot her name now, but people were complaining, and they were doing comparison shots, and they were like, why did they change her so much? And I was like, what do you mean? And I looked back, and I was like, she has red hair now. They give her different hair and all this other stuff versus what it was in the PS1. That's the thing where it's like, some people liked it. I didn't mind because I didn't even know, but
the fact that they kept all the voices the same too.
Yeah, I was going to say that
tugs at my heartstrings.
Because the last I had played of this throughout was the PSP, Medieval Resurrection, I think.
Yes.
And I definitely remember this. This guy was always funny. And
to the savior of the day.
The design on these guys too is a welcome change. Not change. It's nice to see.
Doomsday Danny.
Hey.
Is that our Danny?
That's our Danny.
That's our Danny.
Hi, our Danny.
Hi, our Danny.
Hi, our Danny. I love this on the screen.
Chance to forget the ignoble truth. A chance to defeat Sarek.
But yeah, no, there's little things that they do with the gargoyles. With the design change, it's very welcome. Like I love that, like the one that's on PS1, awesome.
Yeah.
But it was just like a fresh coat of paint, and I really, really enjoyed it.
I also saw,
and these tunes.
I think I remember this because some stuff will stick more from the PSP that I played that version. But I think when we played on the PS1. We got to those dogs. Didn't we get to the dogs part? Mm-hmm. I saw that in trailers and stuff, and that looks pretty cool. They really had to use their imagination for that because they looked kind of different than the original. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
they were kind of stony in the original one.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite
100 years lying on your back. Use the crypt.
All of these are voice acted too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, go up there. There's a bunch of gold.
Now, in the demo, when I started, I didn't get time to finish it, but wasn't the helmet up here that you got?
Press the touchpad. Go over.
Well, I didn't get the...
Oh, you didn't get the helmet? So if you get the helmet, it puts it on
I
the
saw it, and that's when I had to quit. I was like, I don't have time to finish it today.
Yeah, so the helmet goes to this, and then it turns it to a harder mode, which they actually made...
The helmet makes it harder?
Yeah, so it turns on like a hard mode.
Okay.
So like all the things are harder to kill, and you take more damage.
I'm not going to read any book. I'm just going to... I'm going to Dark Souls this whole part.
Okay. And that's right.
That's how it's going so far.
There's your daggers.
Some weapon.
I just said I wasn't going to read a book. I'm just so used to like autopiloting doing that. Like,
So if you hold down circle, it's a charge. If you just hit square. So that'll for like 3.
oh, nice.
There's your sword over there.
How do I...
Axis jump.
Or I was trying to change my weapon there.
Oh.
Okay, we got a shield. And a sword.
That's it for this level for now.
Okay, so that blocks. Now, you had mentioned before we went live, too, you don't like the new attack.
No, I think it's a little weird.
Feels good right now, but we'll see when we continue on
It
here.
feels very
During your
narrow.
travels through Galamir,
And, like you're swinging, and you'll feel it when you actually attack an enemy.
I forgot just how many items and stuff that is in this game.
A lot. And then you remember that, don't you?
What?
To the left right there?
What? What am I looking at? No, I don't.
Oh, well, we'll be back.
Okay, we use the star run. Got some fart gas going on here.
Yeah, that's Xerox fart gas.
Xerox fart gas.
Yeah, Xerox.
Xerox is the villain, right? Or what's his name?
Zarok.
Zarok.
Not Xerox.
Xerox. You can,
Might have
he
said
can,
Xerox,
he
too.
can scan some copies.
That's how you get so many demons and zombies. So just, yeah, you have to actually hit the...
Oh, the where it's showing you.
Yeah, it's not...
Where you get, they'll have different options as you go along. But the graveyard, okay.
Iconic.
Now this is what everyone, I think, on Planet Earth played. I remember the demo fondly. I never got the full game until more recently when I was collecting games, and then I played the PSP remake, but definitely remember the graveyard.
See, my demo that I had, it was only Dan Script.
Really?
Yep, that was all of us. Gosh, it's so gorgeous. And it's kind of neat that they had, like, obviously the PS1 didn't have a, I don't remember that part. I missed that gold. First time I played. But yeah, there's so many destructible things now.
Nice. Oh, my dual shock batteries on. Well, I got a gallery for killing the guy? Wow.
So it's one of those, like, it explains all the different
welcome
monsters
back
and
to
stuff.
your
Okay.
beloved Galamir.
But like the background is just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's check out the background.
See, I love like how the trees look, like the art style they chose.
Yeah, they got a little-
trees.
Now that's really cool because, yeah, the old one was stylistic. As
Yes.
much as you could in that PS1. It was more gothic and kind of dark and cartoony at times, weird, funny. Like, it looks like it kept that. really well.
Very much. Like the old one, if you go back to it now, it's very not very colorful.
Yeah.
So they kept that style, just made it very colorful.
I think they made the right call. Because Medieval was always goofy.
Yeah.
It
Whimsical.
still has a darkness to it. There's dark, you know. This isn't bright right now, but there's more color involved.
Yeah.
So I think they did it right. I want that gold. I want to know where the gold at. Down the earth run. Now, have you got stuck or some stuff you don't remember? Not yet.
I will further into the game.
Now,
once I get about 3/4 into the game, that's why I don't play too much.
Yeah. Same, like, when it gets into farther in games, like, oh, I forgot about this part. But I've played the beginning of certain games forever, when you're a kid, but...
It heals you. So it's got a limited amount.
Oh, okay. Okay, we got another rune over here. Chaos rune. The Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Red Eyes Black Dragon?
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Sometimes it may be useful
Green Eyes
to
Gray
view the
Dragon?
world from a different point.
How do I get up there? Is that what they want me to do?
The goal is... I like the gold animation too. It was great.
I'm gonna heal up. Because I was so weak. Chaos rune goes here.
It really kind of helped me.
Ah!
Also, I love the fact that you can see the souls, and that kind of goes to where the chalice is. So, like, you see that little whistle?
Yeah.
It goes to the chalice.
It goes to the chalice, okay.
So watch this one. Yep. And you'll see.
Oh,
All the way
okay.
to the chalice. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool, neat little details.
Yeah, the little changes they did. That's cool.
I'll go up in the air and it'll swim right past the agent.
Music sounds good. Is it just
Completely remastered.
remastered? Yeah. Oh, we just did this one. This is coming back to me.
Yep.
We just did this little thing when we played the original PS1. Oh gosh! Did you see that one?
Yeah, it kind of glitched back. That was weird. So you're gonna get about 1 or 2 more barrels, and you want to go back and get the chalice. There's another set of steps, so you don't have to worry about not being able to make it back up.
Okay, we're in there. The chalice. What does it say? Is full.
Yep. Now, if you don't want me to say anything, like if I'm talking too much, and you want to play, so be quiet.
Okay.
It's just, I know this is. I also love the redesign they did of the store here. Kind of voodoo.
The living world lies beyond these.
Okay, we gotta fight that stained glass demon.
That's not bad.
Sounds like a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah?
So is this the way of the chalice right here?
Uh-uh.
Go a little more. Oh, I just probably just went back to where
Yeah, see where the wisps were going?
Okay.
It was going like
All
past it.
heroes await.
Yeah, just go back.
Okay, I just needed the chalice to
Yes.
continue.
You will go to there eventually.
Okay, now okay, go there.
Oh,
we
by
go.
the way, if you go to the gargoyle, this was one of the changes I was talking about. I love the changes. So go ahead and buy some.
What?
Cancel that so you can actually see them.
I had to fight some guy first.
Now.
Okay, let's buy. Yeah, I bought some.
Alright, now cancel.
Oh, he eats the lemon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so
cool.
neat. Charming.
Yeah, that's cute. I love these remakes because this is what this game looked like to me in my mind.
Yep.
You know, growing up, it definitely does not look like that when you go back and look, but as a kid, this is what this world looked like in our heads.
Oh It's like just got the fog, the mist.
Yeah, I like that they kept, like, they have to fake kind of a, because on the PS1 days, Silent Hill is a good example of this. They use it to their advantage. The draw distance is not good in those original PS1 games. A lot of games use that to their advantage, like Silent Hill. This has a little mood to it, so I love that they re-added that kind of draw distance problem. You know what I mean? Like, adding the fog.
But
Like, they don't have to, but, like, I love how some stuff's, kind of like...
If you look up if you can,
Yeah, that's a damn can. What do I press for damn can?
There you go.
Okay.
See, that's the mausoleum.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So that's the next level, and then the level after that.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
It's awesome.
Okay, now we're going Resident Evil mode. We're going to play this game Resident Evil style.
Yeah, I do.
This is the new Resident Evil 4. Yeah, this works great.
Yeah.
Found the copper shield.
Oh!
I was like, why is he freaking out? Let me go back and see.
It does that.
Using a life bottle. Well, I'm glad I got a life bottle. Okay, this is safe.
This is safe, yes.
Okay, now we're going to the mausoleum. Mausoleum.
Oh, you gotta go to the hilltop part of it. And then you go to the mausoleum.
The Hall of Heroes. Slay a Zarok or two, and maybe they'll warm up to you.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes, where the bravest warriors from...
I don't know why that.
Welcome to the Hall of Heroes.
Now, one cool addition that they did with this game is...
So you want to play for a little bit?
Yeah. So now, they have the chalice.
Yeah.
How many you have, and they all collect.
Oh, you get to see them now.
You get to see them now.
Yeah, that's some more quality of life stuff that... It's like, hey, this just improves the game.
It's me, Canny Tim. Does the
Tim.
battle go well?
You said she's making
Fight at
uncomfortable.
your side again, sir. But hold, you could take my crossbow. It's got rapid fire and you can ricochet the darts off walls to shoot around corners. I used it at the Battle of Ganymede. After you were slain, I shot Zarok's champion, Lord Kardok. A clean kill through the eye at some 1,000 yards. Not that there's anything clever about shooting someone in the eye, sir. Oh, goodbye, sir.
Now this is neat. I love that. So they were holding their weapons, and then when they give them to you,
Yeah.
they go away.
Yeah.
That it wasn't like that in the original. And I don't know why it seems like there's less heroes on this floor. I probably totally wrong. It just feels like there's not as much. Another thing I noticed is they actually made the map look like a map in this one.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. You can actually
Before, it just was kind of a 3D model, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or more just basic. So your one criticism is that the hitting is... You like the original a little bit better.
I think it played a little bit better. I could be wrong. It's
Yeah.
been a little bit.
Just feels a little bit different. Anything else, or are you just are really jazzed, it seems like?
That's been great so far.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful
And
experience.
how many
so far.
hours do you think you played, or?
I played about 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah. And the game's on the shorter
Oh.
side. You could probably beat it in 7 or 8.
Probably.
If that, if that maybe even shorter, but...
But I'm honestly going to try to 100% it the first time. So I'm going to take my time with it. I
Yeah.
really, really want to enjoy it.
So, even from the shackles
What I
of
don't
death,
like about
my
this
old
design
enemy
is how
pursues
thick his
me.
lower lip is.
You're too late,
got no
Fortescue. Already my army has
like he
risen
got stung
from
by
the
a bee.
grave.
Yeah.
You will never leave this necropolis.
I think he looks probably the most different out of any of the other redesigns. From what I remember him looking like, But I think he fits.
If it was a boy or a girl.
I think he, and this is a good example of good changes too. Is that they changed in Spyro. I don't know if I told you about this. In Spyro, there was a level towards the very end where Spyro is fighting some characters or fighting some enemies, and they have machine guns, and they're shooting machine guns, bullets out. And when I played the remake, I didn't know quite what was different, but when they were shooting slime in the remake at me, or goo or whatever, I was like, this didn't happen. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, what was here? And I was like, did they have guns? And I looked it up and laughed so hard. Because, yeah, I watched original gameplay of them shooting bullets. And it's not even a thing of like, oh, there's censored Spyro. It just was, this doesn't fit the world. It's so funny. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it did not fit the world well. I could, like, it just... So, seeing how they changed... Is it Zarok is the guy's name or whatever? Seeing his thing, it seems more changed. You know, they had to shift the art style just a little bit. But I think it's a welcome change. It fits more with... You know, Sir Daniel and stuff. It fits with the other enemies and stuff. I think it looks of this world. So when I saw the Spyro thing, I was like, yeah, goo was the right choice. Like, shoot, like, that seemed more in that world, whereas the bullets were, like, so funny, like, out of place.
I completely agree. But then again, I kind of wish they would have kept
the bullets shooting around.
Just because.
Just because you want to see... That is what's on everybody's mind for Final Fantasy VII. There are wackadoo moments in Final Fantasy VII that people are like, how are they going to translate that to today's time? Like, stuff that they do in that. But we will see. We will see what they do. Because I think the most recent thing, they have Cloud going and cross-dressing, and there's, like, massage parlor stuff and, like, you know... prostitution now. There's weird stuff that, like, when it's in a PS1 game, it's like, it's cutesy, it fits with whatever. But it might radically change it when you have realistic looking characters. You know what I mean? Like, then it becomes very weird.
Yeah, Zelda
it's the same. It's the same way I feel about. That's true. Zelda did that with getting into that town and the Gerudo whatever place, but. It's all the way you approach it, and I think that art style lent it to more of that cartoon. Like, they could get away with it, but when Final Fantasy VII is going for a hyper-realistic stuff, it's like, how do you take these cartoony aspects of this original? So, I hope they kind of... I'm good either way, but it will be funny to see, because I think in a recent interview they said, yeah, all that stuff is in there. Like, they said we are going to have that stuff, and it's like, okay, figure it out, I guess.
That'll be interesting to say the least. I'm ready for it.
I think the last I heard they're going to do that, but that's in March. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And we're 10 days away from freaking Death Stranding, so that's going to be... But I'm glad, and we talked about on this, it'll be on our podcast soon, but we talked about The Last of Us getting delayed. Did you see that? Last of Us 2? I'm totally down for that, because that gives me a little bit more time with Final Fantasy 7, Cyberpunk, and then you know what I mean? Like, back to back, all these games.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
March, April, and then May, because end of May is Final Fantasy, or Last of Us now, so I'm totally down to be able to fit time, because those overlap. Like, I'm going to be still playing Final Fantasy 7 when Cyberpunk comes out. Can't take it. Too many big, just AAA games coming out that I really want to play.
Oh, yeah,
back to back.
It's crazy. There's no way.
So I've got Death Stranding here in 10 days, and then Shenmue 3. Now, did you play any of the Shenmue games, or were you interested in that?
No, not really. I don't have anything against it. It just tickled my fancy.
I played them a couple years ago for the first time and had a ball with them because
I remember saying that.
the dialogue is terrible, the voice acting is god-awful that they have, and the character of Ryo, the main character or whatever, is like very socially awkward in his own way. He'll just come up and it's like, dude, tell me about the 4-wheel. Like you have like everything's spoken and like every character has a reply. It's so funny to see these characters interact. I knew I loved the game when towards the end of the game of the original Shenmue, and this is kind of what it's known for, or kind of made fun of for in Shenmue. The original was that I think you got hit by every rock gun up this thing.
No, I haven't.
Not this one.
Okay.
Was forklift racing.
We have failed the master. We give up.
I love that they're like, oh, we're not even gonna spit the rocks at you. You got it.
Yeah, I guess we'll let. But in the game gets made fun of a lot for forklift racing.
Oh yeah.
It is the most slow thing, and you're racing all these other people. But it's even funnier in the context of playing the game because you get a job. Not the forklift thing, but like moving boxes and stuff. But they all decide, the employees for some reason are like, hey, you did good today, forklift racing. We do this every morning. So when you start work, you have to be there at like 5:30, 6 a.m. every single day. Like when a new day, because that has a day and night system that was new for the time, like shit now. That starts out, and you do that every single new day that you have to like work or whatever, you're forklift racing. It never got monotonous to me because I laughed at the thought of you could come in at 7 to your job, but you're getting up at 5:30 to race your coworkers every single morning for a little capsule toy. You're getting up that early, and that thought cracked me up, and I love Shenmue 2,
Back from the battle,
so I'm down
soon.
for this new one.
It must think it is a hero by now. But only a true hero is worthy of a place in the Hall of Heroes. See the ghostly statue of your fraudster self? When it has turned solid, a true hero you will be.
I missed that the first time.
Yeah, I was wondering why there was a thing of him right here. But I guess it's talking about this, like when it turns solid, he's like the most powerful.
Most powerful indeed.
Cool. Alright, so next level. How did I just go to this door? That's where I'm at.
No, you go back to the guy we talked to the first time.
Oh, go back, talk to the...
Yeah, he's just going to give you another life file. No. See the green?
Oh! Talk to this guy again.
Yes.
Hurrah!
You talked to
I
each
knew
of
it
them
would take
twice.
more than an army of the evil dead to throw your strides up. I've something that may help you on your quest, Captain. I give it to you freely, though I have no idea what it is.
So now you have 4 cars.
And I've got a giant club.
Careful.
Oh.
You see it? It's got a switch. You'll get a hammer eventually. I think next. So once you get the hammer, you won't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But now that you have the club, you can go back to Dan's crypt and break that wall if you want.
I think we're going to keep moving forward.
Do it.
I told you he's a medieval king.
Alright. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's a little thing that they did. I'll be interested to see how you do in this level.
I'm gonna kill it. Now this is, I don't know if I remember this. Here's what I remember from Medieval Resurrection. Did you play that?
Did you fought the boss last time?
Oh, I did?
Liz, yes.
Okay, oh, the glass.
Yes.
Glass demon.
Oh, yes, I did play the Resurrection, if that's what you're about.
The Resurrection, I think you could even go back. I actually beat that a couple times because couldn't you level up stuff or get different items? Or I faintly remember going back and beating it again.
I don't remember. And you can smash those.
These things. But I remember the graveyard, and I remember the a ship, like a pirate ship or something.
That was like
That's
fun.
That sounds out to me. Those two.
It was
things.
infuriating but fun.
The ragdoll is cracking me up.
Now be careful because you're not reading things. Some of these will steal your weapons. Don't go down there.
Don't go down there yet? Okay.
You're gonna get a new club right here.
I like the hitting. Kind of reminds me of the original.
I could be wrong, it just feels weird for some reason. There you go. Now you got 100% of your club now.
Nice. Okay, I should go down there now.
Yes.
Don't steal my thing.
Only the ones without torches steal.
No torch, they got sticky fingers.
That's exactly what it says, actually, if you read the book.
Really?
Watch out for sticky fingers.
Oh my gosh!
These will strip you down to your armored undies. Rumor has it they fence.
But if they do steal it, after they get it from you, you can buy it from them.
Okay. Nobody's grabbing anything from me. Can I kill him and get it back, or do I have to buy it again?
You can't kill it if you get them before they escape. Alright.
They look like that freaking thing on Star Wars.
Oh, you want?
No, there's a little like alien in one of those.
Ron.
Oh my gosh. Dodge a bullet on that one, boys.
Yes, you did.
No, that looks dead on. There is a Star Wars enemy, or like alien, at Jabba the Hutt's place. Do you remember? And it, like, I think it's smoking a hookah too, or something.
Yeah.
I could be wrong with the smoking
That guy right there.
Yeah.
Steal your stuff.
Not if I have a sword in my hand. Oh my gosh, he's so stuff. Okay, yeah, you can get it back. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I gotta find it.
This level's so much shorter than what I remember it being. A lot of these levels are really short. The Steely one.
You're away from the Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
I thought I'd get in there. Let's see what's in here.
I love. Oh, Medusa head.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
So good.
That looks sick.
I'm gonna get that tattooed on me.
There you go.
My right butt
Are you a
cheek.
Medusa fan? No, just Medieval fan. What's up with this guy?
You're gonna end up finding a.
The would-be phantom longs to play a new tune, but he's...
You need to find a new sheet of paper.
Oh, okay.
Because that's how you open up that and get chalices.
Yeah, so we gotta come back.
So you're good to do everything that you need to do until you activate the boss, which I will tell you that. But I will tell you this.
I gotta go back to the original, or no, maybe I have to go back to the one I was at, because I can't go there. Oh my gosh, get me in the doorway. Okay, do I need to talk to this guy?
Oh, you can.
I need a sheet of music.
I will tell you when you want me to.
Am I hot?
Mm-hmm. No. Yes.
Oh! I didn't know where it was at. Okay, then we can go down here. Oh my gosh, I'm pushing my car.
So that was the
Use the moon room.
There's the shooting.
chalice can now be collected. Oh, here we go again. There's one of those guys.
They did make this easier too, because before, like, a lot of times, you don't start running right away, you fall.
Yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. Whoops. Keep getting Nice. Full of heroes awaits.
I think it's all the running around that made this level feel so much bigger than it was.
Whoops, I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, you're right.
I was right?
Mm-hmm.
I can jump up there?
No, you don't want to go
Oh yeah, the chaos room. Push against fire to push it down the pathway. Okay.
It's honestly pretty easy. You don't have to hit every one of those. It's great if you're not going to fall the side.
Oh yeah. Throwing daggers. Oh gosh. Nice. Warmed up. Cold heart.
Yeah, like the little heart pounding vibration. Oh my god. I just don't know how this has to get soil to grow the stained glass.
Yeah. The stained glass demon.
Can we get a stained glass demon tattoo?
You could. That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. Get the stained glass demon face on one butt cheek and then the other face on the other.
Yeah. The demon's card is his only vulnerable.
You need to get your crossbow or
The crossbow.
if you press triangle, it sets it as a secondary.
Okay. Oh, there's no way. Yep, I remember behind the face. Oh god.
You can hold it.
Oh, okay. That makes it easier.
I didn't even see this. He's the boss too much for that.
Show me a heart. Oh, I'm almost down. Oh gosh. easier in this one. That is a little bit easier.
The first one was easy at least if you could choose it.
Yeah.
Because you just keep attacking him while he's like shooting his daggers at you.
Yeah.
And you just, it doesn't do enough damage to kill it.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Painful.
Oh.
Window pain.
Oh.
Oh, that was funny.
I get the picture.
I get the picture. I still love the concept of one of these levels where you go into a town.
It's the Hall of Heroes shopping mall.
Like live people,
Bargain
not zombies
hunters
that you take
should
over.
check out the
So
ground
you
floor.
start off with 100%.
Well-to-do shoppers
Chalice.
should check
And if
out
you
the
kill
upper
someone,
floor.
it takes it away.
Oh, that's
So
that
you-
is cool.
So you have to go throughout
I
it.
didn't
and be
remember
sneaky.
that.
Now it's Hammer Guy.
Hammer guy.
Hammer down.
Speak to the hero.
What's this I hear about that archcad Zarok still being alive? Thought you killed the fella.
You wanna play this one?
Never mind, you old warhorse. Better show him what's what, eh? I
Warhorse.
expect Johnny's zombies a bit more of a handful than you remember. How are you doing for weapons?
You got pretty good weapons.
Here, take my war hammer. It'll smash anything and it won't fall apart.
We're going medieval.
Club. I only ever get to use it
Why is
cracking
green
walnuts
medieval?
around this place.
This seems like a pumpkin.
Nonsense, Fortescue. I won't take no for an answer. Knock a few
The most
bits
orange
of
thing.
and you're
Seems like a
out,
pumpkin.
eh?
Pumpkin stem. Got the hammer.
It's like a witch's brew. That's what I'm going for
There
today.
you go. I have the lightning effect on this.
Nice. Nice lightning.
We're returning to the graveyard. I think we need to be like purple or blue.
Purple or blue? What's purple look like here?
Awesome.
Alright, is purple the right choice?
I think purple's the right choice.
Let's see what we look like in the purple.
There's the door.
Purple, I feel like I'm in Spencer's right now. Purple at purple.
Yeah, that's funny.
Another thing I remember from Resurrection, the PSP remake, was that loading time was kind of on the longer side. They'd always have that guy saying something funny at the beginning of the loading. Do you remember?
I don't. Maybe.
That was some of the funniest stuff. Was music's great. Nice. You're a millionaire now.
Heck yes. There it is.
The 60 frames per second, this game runs on 60 frames. It's been pretty consistent so far. But there's upcoming areas that where there's like a field and stuff that drops. You were
No,
saying?
for me it dropped quite a bit just because I haven't run the PS4.
Oh, okay.
The Pro's making it run like a champ.
Yeah.
Haven't seen really any issue. There's a little issue at 30. So, like, I think the frame drop on the PS4, like the regular one, is really
Yeah.
noticeable. Like, it's every time you get in your phone, it's like,
And I think it's 4K too.
Ooh.
Oh, it is 4K, but because my capture card it's 1080. But the game is 4K, 60.
Look at Super Shield. Heck yes.
Yum, yum, yum. Money. I love when he looks back, his whole head turns around. That's really funny. I can't remember, that was probably in the original, but... Gosh.
I hate.
You about to die, boy.
It's the gate to the rest of the Galamir. I didn't notice the ragdoll effect until you pointed it out.
I think it's pretty funny. What was the first game you remember having Ragdoll? Do you remember?
It was a skating game.
Crash or Escape Destroy?
Yep.
Oh god, because that's my answer. That's the first one that... And because of how much processing power it took, it was always the slowest Ragdoll. It wasn't fast. So if you got up in the air and fell, the camera would just be on you for ages. It felt like you're up in the air to the point where even as a kid, I thought it was so funny and goofy. Like, why am I up in the air so long? Like, gravity would bring me down, but...
And then the twitching that you would do if you're like on a bowl or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you land on the side. What the heck is something?
Yep, Thrasher, Skate, and Destroy. I'd love to do a hangout on that because how fun, and I've never seen a game that implemented the sense to this degree of just like anxiety-ridden like stuff. But do you remember when the time limit would go down and the cop would come out with a taser and you'd be skating still from the view of the cop with the taser?
Yep. And I was like, yeah, control this.
And then I wasn't good enough as a kid to continue in the game, but I put in cheats to go to the other levels.
Oh, yeah.
As the levels progress, it changes. So there's a level where security dogs chase you, and you go from the view of the dogs chasing you, trying to run away. That was such a fun concept. I have not seen anybody since trying to do that.
Oh, I think there's one more. Yeah, another game. I only have a demo of that game.
I think I only had the demo too. Yeah.
It was on a blue disc.
Yeah, I have it. I have it somewhere still, but
I had this game on a purple one. Pretty good.
it wasn't until recently because I have great nostalgia for, and more people have come out, and I've seen people post online about it. The Pizza Hut demo disc.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
And I have a green one and a blue one, and it wasn't until very recently when I was looking up stuff on eBay about it or whatever. There was 3. There was actually 3. I had only got 2 of the 3. I thought those were all they had were the 2, but I think my parents ran out of money getting the first 2 back then. Because I think it was random what you got. But.
Yeah. It's like, Mom, I keep getting the first
I gotta
one.
keep getting another pizza. That was one, like, fast food-ish, like pizza is fast food to me or whatever, kind of, but, like, promotional. The other one that I remember is the Burger King Xbox. Do you remember that? The Big Bumpin', Sneak King, and Pocket Bike Racer. Do you remember those games? The funniest thing was my mom taking me through Burger King's line Yeah, I'll take a number 8 and that video game.
Yeah.
And I think they changed weekly, like what you could get or what they had. You buying a video game from Burger King is like something I'll never forget. Like how weird of an experience that was. And then like, I can't remember. Did they just put it in the bag with my fries? I don't know. But another good thing about those games is they work on Xbox Original and 360. So I don't know if they're original Xbox games that are backwards compatible. Like, weird situation with those games. They work on both 360 and original Xbox. But
Interesting. I remember the Pokemon cards that you got from McDonald's.
that was Burger King.
No, they had McDonald's too.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Burger King had,
like newer ones?
Yeah. It was back in the day. Burger King had the golden cards.
Yeah. I think you're mistaken. I don't know. Are you sure McDonald's had them?
100% positive.
I think you're about to get canceled.
Look it up.
McDonald's Pokemon.
Yep. There's one of my favorite boss fights.
Pokemon. What year was this? 90s?
Yeah, early 2000s, 90s. It was around the time of the movies.
I'm a Pokemon movie, McDonald's Pokemon movie. I'm seeing stuff that they've been doing lately in 2019. You know what I can't get an answer on? We hear the movie's boss fight. I don't want to distract them. Yeah, the wolves look great. Trying to lightning hammer. Playing the long game. Is that the Alan Wake and Hero? Nice.
I am the champion, comic book.
Oh, but what I was going to say, I haven't been able to get an answer on this, but do they still put toys? They put toys in McDonald's Happy Meal still, right? Because there was a thing a couple years ago where it's like, we don't need to be enticing kids to be eating this like greasy food with toys, which I get, but I grew up loving the toys and stuff. But then I heard that they got rid of them. But then I'm just seeing just now people are like, here's all the McDonald's Pokemon toys that you could Happy Meal. So I don't know if they did that for like a week and said, nah, we're just going to keep selling the toys. So
I don't know.
I think there's still toys.
They started going to Burger King and Wendy's because they were selling toys.
Yeah, maybe so. And it's like, I ain't playing chicken with that. We'll just do it.
It's the hammer guy.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. Yeah, that was one of my favorite bosses. Alright, I'm gonna look this
Bravo,
up.
Fortescue! Some of the other chaps wagered Zarok would be using your ribcage as a toast rack by now. But I knew you'd pull through. Here,
I
have
knew
a
you'd
little
pull
extra
through.
something here I can give you. Could help the old quest. If you want it.
Wow, there's a glitch.
What?
Oh, no, it's not. It's
No,
not.
you can't
It's
go
not.
up
I
there
can't
yet.
go up there yet.
You have to
Yeah,
go,
the glitches, I'm dumb.
You have to talk to all the guys down here first. So you just got the big sword dude next. Which I haven't been able to get to because I think this is about where I stopped. The 2 levels that split.
Yeah.
I went to Enchanted Earth, but I haven't been to Scarecrow Fields yet.
So we're close
I'm
to
waiting
where
on my
we're
dad.
at. Oh, are you playing this with your dad?
I'm going to, yeah.
Are you? Oh, you're
I'm
waiting for him to
specifically
play.
waiting because that was his favorite level.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I
So
remember.
we can definitely play it here.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that's not going to go take you anywhere right now.
Scarecrow Frill. Have you been there yet?
Not.
Not yet. Have you been there yet?
That's the level I was talking about. That it kind of forks off and lets you go. You have to come back to it to be able to do everything.
Okay.
There's not really anything there. Right
So you have done this, right?
I have done that level.
Okay, because I don't want to go over where you're at and stuff. I'll let you just experience that for the first time.
It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I've played through this game. Like
Oh, that's
10 times.
true too.
It's
re-spoiled.
Yeah, I haven't seen how.
That's how I felt
pretty
with Crash was certain levels. Like I don't want to see it yet. Just let me experience it.
Yeah. But I will say I haven't seen how pretty all like the hay is and all
Pretty hay. Hashtag pretty hay.
Pretty hay.
Pretty hay.
I actually played this level. I tried playing this on my phone through the remote play.
Yeah.
And it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
That I hear works if you've got a great connection. If there's any lag or whatever, it's very noticeable. But
These frogs suck, by the way. Absolutely suck.
nah, I like them.
Yeah, they suck. They're like, there's one thing. Like, this is just kind of like a medium point.
Gosh, I'm getting pretty annoyed. I need to throw. Can I need to change to these. Not my primary. There's me getting hurt again. There we go. Crap. I'm not even gonna live.
Well, you got 2 bars left. Now you can do a little fun quest area up here if you want. You want to go fight a bunch of ants?
Yeah, I fought ants in my house before.
Yeah.
I'll need something there.
Oh, you already have it.
I do?
Mm-hmm. That.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Which talisman?
Who has summoned the Witch of the Forest?
The Witch of the
Oh, it
Forest.
is you, Sir Fortescue. Forgive me, my lord. I have never met a real hero.
He's
Forgive
like not even
me,
denying.
just
He's
an
like, I know I
old
messed
lady's
up. I'm tired of his ass.
In truth, I am glad to see you, Sir Fortescue.
You hear my PS4?
Oh, it's going.
On certain games, dude, that thing powers up like a jet engine. Like, I always hear all the time, like, is there a way to make my
I
PS4
will
private?
only
It's
offer
like,
you
I don't
this
think so.
quest this once.
I think it just
will give it a
blares,
try.
dude. To run
Yeah, the original one's even worse.
Sorry, didn't I mention I'd have to shrink you to the size of an insect? Now hurry back.
Like, it might even get picked up on the freaking mic. How freaking loud this is.
Huh.
The ant caves. Okay, have
Have
you
fun
done
with
this?
this, yes. Have fun with this. Actually, I think this is the level that I spent the most time on so far.
Now, have you ever played Medieval 2? We might have talked about this in the last hangout, but I can't remember.
So, I tried to rent it back in the
Yeah.
Blockbuster days.
Yeah.
And it was messed up. I could play the
Oh,
beginning,
that
and then
sucks.
after the first level, there was a scratch on it. So we took it back and tried another one. Same exact thing. Same exact place.
That sucks.
So I never got to play it.
If the master
I want to
found
play
it
it so
now,
bad.
he would crush it
And I
like a
downloaded
bag.
it.
Yeah, I almost feel like they maybe should have included that in this.
That would have been wonderful.
That might have been a missed opportunity. Maybe this still will, but I don't know. I feel like this was the big one. The big seller was the first one. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the second one.
Yeah, I wanted to play because I think you play as his girlfriend.
Really?
At some points.
Oh, some points. We should do a hangout for that.
If you can get it, I would love to play it.
I'll just emulate it.
Yeah, I will play that in a heartbeat.
And by emulate, I mean buy legally and play.
Of course. How else would you do it?
Okay, can't get in there yet.
You gotta do something real quick.
There.
You have something specifically to smash things.
Oh, yeah. Good tip. I wish there was a way that I could change with R2 to change my main weapon and L2 to change the secondary, so that would change that menu all the time. Yeah, his voice.
Rescue my people, Mr. Fortescue, and you will be richly rewarded.
Richly rewarded.
Rescue my people, and you will be richly rewarded.
I can't see Jack. Oh,
man.
Do I need a torch?
No, you're good. Go back.
Okay.
Oh, man. That's my throat. Oh, my goodness. I need water.
Yeah, go get you some
Oh,
water.
my goodness.
I'm gonna...
These fireflies are my friends. They will light your way through the darkness below.
And my bitch and your friends. I don't know if it's the settings on my TV. This is dark. Frick. It's a lot of ants. It's a lot of ants. A lot of ants here.
It's jarring coming in here.
The purple. Probably going out too. You're like, this is what the world's supposed to look like.
You're right.
Dude, I'm getting lit up by these ants.
The ants are easy. Take a hammer to them. Smash them.
Oh, okay. Of course, you're supposed to smash bugs, not duel with them.
Did you get your first piece of ammo yet?
Yeah.
Alright. So you need 7.
Seven pieces of ammo.
Yeah, you're going to be running around a lot.
Dude, I'm already on. Okay, got it. Amber is the color of your ants thing. Oh.
Amber's the color of your...
You know what I meant.
You know what I meant.
You
I
know
don't
what I
have to
meant.
say it.
Alright, it's ant smashes season. It's what I felt like doing in my house when I first moved in. I had an ant infestation.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember that. I say when I first moved in, and it went on for about a year, off and on. It about killed me until we called him Wonder Exterminator. I said, "Can you get under the house? Because we have a crawl space. We don't have a basement." And they said the person they sent was literally too tall of a human being.
Huh.
And they said, "Yeah, too tall, can get into there." And I was like, "Okay," but they sprayed everywhere else. Fixed it for a week. Ants were back. Please, can you come back, check it out again? Can you go under it? Sent the same guy. Couldn't get under. You know what I mean? Like,
Why would we send the same guy?
can't physically get under the house to do that. So I still had ants. Called in another exterminator person, and they fixed it. And it was off and on for a year. I think.
Moral of the story.
So this is literally me for a year. Is what it feels like going through these tunnels.
Release of it.
Moral of the story is find some good, reputable pest control people. Find the tiniest people that you can, so they can get under your house. Unless you have a basement, then you don't have to worry. I didn't have a basement. I did have to worry about it.
Yeah, If you hit land those like perfectly in the hitbox, one hit.
I mean, that's how it is in real life with these ants too.
Yeah, except their hitboxes.
Have you ever had a infestation problem with any insects? Because it made me start to have nightmares about ants.
Really?
Like I started to have nightmares that ants were all over the. Because there was points where they were coming out of certain parts, and they all follow a trail. Like you've seen them, like ants, like have some. I don't know. Those antennas are like Wi-Fi. They're like following a trail of whoever's leading the pack.
Here's a great
Find food.
Where's that? Right there.
But I'd wake up and go to the bathroom in the morning or something, and there'd be a trail of them along, like coming out of a crack and trying to find food or whatever, and it was
It's like,
But did you ever have like an infestation problem with any insect or anything like that? Or?
Honestly, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's the other one over there.
I will say too, at my parents' house, they have the original windows that came with the house. Their house was like 60s, built in the 60s or something. And they are just now, like now that I've moved out, I keep joking with them, like you wait until I moved out to get new windows, but they have those old windows and it's easier for insects to come in, you know what I mean? Like certain holes and stuff, and they can find a way in. Well, there was a time when I was like getting up in the morning and I had to start like wearing house shoes because there would be like spiders. Like I was at the computer and more than once a spider would come down from the ceiling and I'd like, you know, my focus would have to like, there's not a huge one, but it's like spiders are in the house and stuff. But it wasn't a major problem. It's like I'm seeing a lot. You know, more than one a week is a lot to me of insects. I've also had like another nightmare scenario. We're talking bugs. We're talking creepy crawlies tonight on the haunted hangout. That's what we should call these, the haunted hangouts. But I've had a nightmare scenario where I was about to fall asleep, and I had my phone out, and I'm laying on my pillow, and like the light is kind of hitting something. Like I don't know if it was a shadow or I saw something, and I kind of just shone like the light right next to where my pillow's at. And there was a spider like that big, like kind of like crawling next to, and I was like, it was either that time or another time I wasn't able to kill it. And it like went off and it's like, oh, not sleeping in here tonight, you know what I mean? And I slept in the living room. It was like, well, you've ruined this place for tonight. Till
don't go down there yet.
Don't go down there yet?
You still need one piece of amber.
Okay.
Well, this will be for nothing. Might be that guy.
There we go. If you don't, if you don't get all the amber, it freaks you. Oh, it would have really freaked me out. Yeah. It would have really ruined my night.
It would have. You would have done this for nothing. I feel like the animation's a little fuzzy. Like the cinematic animations.
Fuzzy?
Yeah. This was an incredibly easy fight. You know, I don't know why they put amber in it.
Because amber is the color of your anthill.
You can hold that too.
I should probably just use the free crossbow.
I would agree.
A lot better.
Much. you guys did talk about gargoyle before.
I don't need more ammo. They just need more life.
So do you. I was just fighting with you.
Yeah. I gotta hurt you, no frick. I'm saying that now, but... Hi! Oh my gosh.
You got this.
Oh, frick! I don't know if I got this. Dude.
I don't know where it pushes you back. Hopefully not the beginning.
I have to do all the Amber stuff again?
Did it say 0?
Yeah. Alright. Get me out of here. You get me out of here. Quit the map. Alright, on that note.
Yeah?
But pretty fun remake. I like the changes they did. I think they made it a little bit. I want to say they made it a little easier, and I just died on that, and then they made me re-get all the Amber.
Yeah,
I don't know what they were thinking about that, but other than that, it seems fun, and the music's freaking great. I think they did a good job on remastering the music. I love the style. I think they did a good job reimagining it. You know, I think it was a good reimagining on their part. So
100%. It's absolutely. I mean, all the levels have been almost one for one. Besides, like the little things that they've added.
Yeah.
And it's just been an absolute pleasure to play so far.
Cool.
It really has been.
Yeah. So we might do another one with Medieval 2 or something. Maybe we might jump in there and check that out. Because you haven't. Have you played that at all?
I played the very first level.
Oh, that was, yeah, from the Blockbuster when you rented it or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. All right, well, thank you for joining us. DweeBoYT on Twitter. Check out when we're going live next time. Check out the YouTube if you're not watching this archive. Whatever, if you're just watching on Twitch. The channel is just Dweebo on YouTube with the glasses. You'll see it. You'll know it. And I think that's it. So thank you, ghouls and gals. I think that will be the last haunted hangout and the first, because that was the first time I ever called something a haunted hangout.
It is the one and only haunted hangout.
Yeah, I mean, if you see by the lighting, it's pretty dang haunted.
It's pretty spoopy.
Yeah, but you know what? It's time to go to the anthill, everybody.
Oh Lord. Oh my gosh.
You talk about mess with your eyes. Try leaving the room, come back in it. Like, this is killing me right now. Like, I can't even open my eyes all the way.
It's crazy.
I'm about to develop some film, dude.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
What's the ugliest color that you have?
Red just hurts the most. Let's see.
The absolute ugliest color.
The ugliest one. It's yellow's kind of...
Yeah.
Green.
Blue's just nice and relaxing. I can fall
asleep. Blue can mess with you too. If it's on for a while. We've left it on blue and fricked our eyes up for an hour, but...
No, that red's terrible.
Red is... You're ready to develop some film and frick up your eyes, so... now that I can't see, good time to